Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something huge. Maybe something you love, maybe something you dread a little bit. Black Friday.
It's definitely a phenomenon, more than just discounts, right?
Exactly. We often think of those massive queues, the doorbuster deals.
Yeah.
But it's evolved so much.
It really has.
So the question is, where did this whole idea even begin? And how on earth did it become this global shopping frenzy?
Well, it's got a bit of a murky past, actually. Not quite the shiny, happy shopping origin story some might think.
Oh, do tell. It wasn't always about getting 70% off a TV.
Not even close. The very first time the term Black Friday was used in, like, a public context was way back in 1869.
1869, what was happening then?
It had absolutely nothing to do with shopping. It was a financial crisis, specifically the crash of the U.S. gold market on September 24th.
A crash. So Black Friday started as a marker for financial disaster.
Pretty much, yeah. Definitely not kicking off the holiday season on a high note back then.
So that's the 19th century. How do we get to the shopping part?
Right. So fast forward to the 1950s, maybe early 60s.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Philly? Okay.
The police there started using Black Friday to describe the day after Thanksgiving.
Why? Because of great deals?
No, because of the absolute chaos. You had floods of suburban shoppers and tourists coming into the city for the big Army-Navy football game that was often held that Saturday.
So crowds, traffic.
Exactly. Massive traffic jams, sidewalks so crowded you could barely move. Shoplifting apparently went up. It was a nightmare for the police. They weren't working, shorter shifts. They were working longer hours dealing with all this.
So it was a black day for them, literally. A tough day on the job.
Precisely. Not a positive term at all. Retailers in Philly apparently hated it, tried to rebrand it as Big Friday.
Big Friday. Did that stick?
Nope. Not a chance. Black Friday just captured that feeling of overwhelming crowds and, well, general mayhem.
So how did it transform from this negative police term into the biggest shopping day of the year? That's quite a PR turnaround.
It is. And the most popular story, the one retailers really liked, started gaining traction later, maybe around the 1980s.
Let me guess. Something to do with profits.
You got it. The narrative shifted to this idea that the day after Thanksgiving was when retailers finally went into the black.
Meaning their accounting books shifted from red ink, indicating losses,
to black ink, indicating profit. The start of the holiday season supposedly pushed them over the edge into profitability for the year.
Right. That sounds much better than the day the police dread.
Much more marketable, definitely. Whether it was, universally true for all retailers back then is debatable, but it was a powerful narrative.
And it stuck. So, okay, that explains the name change or the meaning change. But why did it become so important?
Well, for retailers, it became this massive psychological starting gun for the holiday shopping season. It signals deals, urgency.
Creates a frenzy.
Exactly. Even if the deals aren't always dramatically better than other times, the perception is that this is the time to save big. It drives huge volumes of sales.
And it's really changed over the years, hasn't it? It's not just one day in physical stores anymore.
Oh, absolutely. The evolution is huge. First, it bled into Black Friday weekend. Then Cyber Monday piggybacked on it for online deals.
Right, Cyber Monday. That felt like a distinct thing for a while.
It did, but now the lines are totally blurred. Black Friday sales start online weeks, sometimes even a month in advance.
Like we see with digital products now, announcing Black Friday at the start of November.
Precisely. And it's gone completely global. You see Black Friday promotions in countries that, don't even celebrate American Thanksgiving.
That's fascinating. What does that tell us about global retail culture? That this American concept travels so easily?
I think it shows the power of American consumer culture, for one, but also it just works as a marketing trigger. People everywhere understand big sale, limited time.
They don't need the Thanksgiving context.
Not at all. It's been decoupled. Sometimes the name is translated, sometimes adapted, sometimes just used straight up in English. It's a universal symbol for discount season.
So it's become a sort of free-floating global sales event.
Pretty much. Which, of course, brings its own set of issues.
Like?
Well, the critiques are pretty well known. The intense consumerism, the pressure to buy things you don't need.
The environmental impact of all that production and shipping.
Right. And the ethical concerns about worker conditions, especially during that high-pressure period. The original chaos in Philadelphia hasn't entirely gone away. It just looks different now. Maybe it's server crashes online or warehouse pressures.
So it's complex. It's not just good deals.
Definitely not. It's this blend of history, psychology, global commerce, and quite a bit of marketing spin.
Let's bring it back to the listener for a moment. When you think about Black Friday, what comes to mind? Have you jumped on those deals? Maybe bought something online weeks before the actual day?
How did it feel? Was it a genuine saving on something you needed, or was it more that impulse, that fear of missing out?
It's worth thinking about, right? Especially as these sales events seem to get longer and more pervasive. Being mindful, looking for real value versus just hype.
And considering the bigger picture sustainability, maybe choosing differently.
So to sort of wrap up, Black Friday started not with shopping, but with a financial crash, then became a term for post-Thanksgiving chaos in Philadelphia.
Then got rebranded as the day retailers hit profitability.
Evolved from a single day in stores to a month-long online and global phenomenon.
And carries this whole mix of excitement, consumer pressure, and valid critiques.
It really is a fascinating slice of modern culture and commerce.
It absolutely is.
Thanks so much for unpacking that history and evolution with us.
My pleasure.
And for you listening, here's a final thought. What's the big can't-miss deal event in your country or culture? Is it similar to Black Friday or completely different? How does it shape shopping habits there? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe share them with us for a future discussion. Until next time on The Deep Dive.